Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. Notice in the map menu here, it is still showing icons from in the game themselves. Here we're playing as Lex Luthor. If we get behind something it shows him and it still shows that. Now it goes black to the background when you alt tab out for PCs. If you're interested at all as to why that is the case. So where are we in the map? We're running around and basically just screwing around the entire map. We need this bat, so we should probably just put a marker here and get him and not mess around, and then that would help a little bit. We'll grab any gold bricks that we see on the way, I suppose. Yeah, this seems like a Lex Luthor thing. The Riddler goon just took out Luthor. What else do I have to break here? Just break everything here before we put anything back together. And then we need the flash to put things that have been deconstructed back together. Alright, so if that's not it, it must be something closer to the breaking all these then. Can I get these in time? We need 175, 75 short of what the maximum is. So we're not going to be super, I still can't change it. It's still saving. Even after it says it's done saving, it's not done saving. It's got me locked out. Alright. Cyborg. Get me to this one. In theory, anytime we see a gold brick, that's sort of, kind of supposed to be a Superman thing, but Cyborg's laser eye works too. And if you didn't use Cyborg for that, you wouldn't use him for anything. So it's an interesting thought about like just the development of this area, because it can't be just in order. You can't just have had all of Gotham built, unless it was built for a different game completely, and then decided where you were going to place the gold bricks and what puzzles you were going to have and all of that. There had to have been some thought, some consideration for all of those things. What they could have done is had early sketches, just drawn out the entire map in the outline and then come back and said, well, this, and this we know we want. Here's another one that would require Robin. I'm still trying to follow the arrow here. Where is he? Is he at the base of this Gothic church, or is he up higher? Gotham Cathedral. Again, something I've never heard of or really seen in any comic books. We need the Riddler, don't we? Yep. Let's get this red brick, whatever it is. Peril Finder. Interesting. Not pearl, like the rocks and oysters. Peril, like the people in trouble. So why do we really need that? Because unless you bought Peril Finder before you bought the gold brick detector, it's useless now. I know where all the people in peril that I need to save are because they all happen to give me gold bricks. Unless there are more people in peril in this city that don't give me gold bricks, which might be the case. That might be the issue there. Either that or this game is just showing yet another of its tiny little flaws that it feels like it's a decent quilt of a game that's just missing a lot of patches. To use the quilt analogy, which I probably shouldn't use because then I'm confusing the phrase patch as in a patch for this game, which this game could have used a patch, and the phrase patch as in patch you would use in a quilt. This where the guy comes? Yep. There he is. Man bat. There we go. We'll buy him. So now if there's any place where there's a gold brick that we can't reach because of glass, we can now break it with the man bat screech. Let's see. For instance, let's just fly somewhere. Make our way like right here. So already suffering from a lack of motivation to actually do this. I can just grab it now. And let's look at where we're at. We're at 43%. We have 149 more gold bricks to get. Do I think there's any reason why I would really want to run through all of this? I could certainly do it. It's not like it would be any challenge, it would just be time. And it's just much easier to do this and get it. In general, this game, maybe I could fly a little bit better with this guy too. This game really does miss out on giving me any reason to really care. Same thing here. There was definitely something more to reaching that level, but there's so many collectibles to get. I'll just stick with Man Bat. Fall down this way, turn into Lex, get this red power brick. Studs times 10, sure. There's our studs times 10. We now have all the score multipliers we need. That means we are now on our way towards the max, if there is a max. We will get millions and millions of studs without even trying. It's a little bit quicker to switch the Green Lantern than it is the Man-Bat. Like, so you have a guy here, and he's saying help, help, help. And because he gives you a gold brick, there's your citizen in peril. So Peril Finder, as an unlock, seems like it has changed nothing, and it has done nothing for me. We'll come over here to the observatory. I think, yeah, you have to play a Superman for this section. So one of the problems with this whole setup is it just doesn't control very well. I mean, it's reminiscent of Superman 64. So I'm like, I'm right here and I'm having difficulty getting to it. It's halfway inside of this. It looks like I'm right here. And he's bouncing right off of it. So what do we do? So I'm trying to fall here and in any way reach it. Now I'm falling to my death and I can't fly because it's saving. It took the entire duration of that fall just to get up here. But yeah, it totally just reminds you, you don't want a Superman game. You just don't.
Is it just me? Or is it
It's
really
never gonna
cold
be
in
fun.
here?
And even, like, I have no clue how you would make it fun. Gee, these guys are screaming like they're men. Do we not have any freeze girls in this, in Batman 2? I mean, that's a very manly scream. By Mr. Freeze for $500,000. Now we can potentially solve any issue we have of freezing things if we don't want to come to Superman and get his audio. He's the only character that does that too. Batman by default gets Batman's audio, Superman gets Superman's audio. Personally, I don't even think there's a comparison you can make. I don't even think it's the same. Batman at this point is super more popular because he's a human being that can be defeated and have problems. Whereas Superman at this point is nothing but an ideal, and it can't be changed at all, because if it is, then it won't feel like Superman. And the years and years of Superman comics that have been out. So Superman being a victim of his own success has become a cliche, and to be honest, Batman's not much farther behind him, but for the moment at least, and for the past couple of decades I would say, he definitely wins out in general popularity. I mean, you just have to look at how they brought Batman into the Superman sequel to try and revive it, whereas there have been consistent Batman movies coming out for years. They would have had the Superman series succeeded on its own and not been a weird movie that people didn't really like that much. If those things had been the case, then we would be getting Superman 2 instead of Superman versus Batman Dawn of Justice. Or it would be Superman 2 and Batman may show up at the end with all the other characters the same way that Aquaman and Wonder Woman are sort of just kind of showing up here. Ah, this is an ice switch, which means our helpful little Mr. Freeze, where is he? Here he is. Should be able to hit that for us. And I don't believe that Superman's ability would have opened that. So, really in a lot of ways this game is halfway designed so that you can just skip out of some of this content. I mean, it really feels like it's designed to be that way. If they had made it so you were more encouraged to play the game before, play the open world before you were done with the main game and unlocked enough characters and had enough currency. There you go. Face goon purchased. But at this level, it's all but completely encouraging you to skip out of the challenges. And the thing you can't really do is you can't limit the main story. Well, you could have, but then it would have irritated a lot of people and been bad game development. So you couldn't have said something along the lines of you have to have certain number of gold bricks to continue to the next level. So it had to be a consistent thing, and when it has to be a consistent run from that level, then it also kind of has to be... Oops. Good thing that was there. That thing would have slipped me right off the... That thing would have slipped me right off the side. I'm not supposed to hit that? Or do I need ice suit? Yeah, I think I would have needed ice suit, Robin. Oh well. Get this. That's all we needed. So, I really don't have a clue how you convince people to take a break and play the game. Play the open world section. They obviously don't have a clue either, because even in Lego Marvel, which is a much later game, they still very much were even really allowing you to get to the free roam world. In fact, Lego Marvel Avengers, I heard one reviewer just not familiar with the Lego style of game making, which is its own separate thing these days, and he reviewed the whole game as really bad because he only played the story levels and didn't realize that the free play stuff was even there until he had already made up his mind. And there's definitely a failure to connect the two sections. There's a failure to make a fun open world area that takes you to levels. I kind of feel like that was what the Deadpool thought was. With the Deadpool levels in Lego Marvel, 11 extra levels that you had to unlock and have a certain number of gold bricks to get to. I mean, you've almost got a concept that works there, but because they really didn't even spell that out, it's still a little weird. Because the only reason we even knew the Deadpool levels existed was at the end of the story mode, they tell you to go back to Stark Tower, and that's one Deadpool level. And I still, after having played that level, did not know that there were other Deadpool levels, or that I was supposed to seek them out or do anything. So this will be interesting if this is a glitch or not. Well, it's both. It is both a glitch and not a glitch, apparently.
What can I do for you, sir?
Let's try the whirly bat here. This may prove to be a very difficult race. Just trying to find something that can control. If it's anything like the other races, it's all about tiny bits of control. Like, getting this to go downward is like herding cats. Not that I've ever actually herded cats. Oh, come on. I got 10 seconds. Go back up. There we go, good. I just want to jump right out of this thing, just as it is. Here, there's one. Follow that direction. Well, without an explosive suit, I will have to actually do this one. As far as I can tell, there is no way to cheat that system. At least not yet. Maybe there will be a way to cheat it later. What's this building? It's just like an industrial building. Totally feels like there would have been a level there or something. But we keep on going, just for obsessive collections reasons. Trying to move as fast and I'm trying to break those too to see if they'll allow me to purchase that. I want to punch the goons all a little bit. Enough that they'll decide to let me. They do a decent job about not ever having just dead-end corners. That's one thing I'll give them. As far as their building, You may have to run a long time to get to the next section where you can cross over and come back, but at the very least it's never a dead end. There's the helicopter, that's where it decided to land. And there's the Batman suit. Yeah, we'll get this guy too, since we won't end up anywhere near here. Here, how about we just throw a couple of these? Come on, let me move. So can I just drive the car backwards and break the glass? Nah, that's asking too much. Yeah, but just this lack of optimization here is making it a miserable experience. It's punishing me for every single time I collect a gold brick by having to wait a unacceptably long amount of time. There we go. Up here we go. So if we could think of any bad guy that had an explosive ability, then we could potentially just fly to the shiny silver things and take them with us. Take those out a lot easier. It's possible that the Penguin has that. Wait a minute, isn't it kind of likely? Yeah, it might be actually kind of likely that the Penguin has that ability. I should go get the Penguin, see what his ability is. If it's like the first game, he released explosive penguins. We're not doing too bad. As we fly around, I'm sure we'll see some more pop up. But if I'm seeing one like right here, is there a way I could get to that and be invisible? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there's any hero or anything that has an invisibility ability, but maybe there is. If we start unlocking some of these side superheroes, one of them might just have the ability to immediately turn on some invisibility suit, which then would eliminate the need to do anything on that. Extra toggle, let's see. I don't even remember what extra toggle does. I think it may just toggle the first couple of extras. It may do something completely different. It's hard to remember. Let's see. We've got things everywhere. There's one here. We got some penguins. We're supposed to do something with the penguins. I think there is something we're supposed to do with some of the animals in the jail. I mean zoo. Animal jail, zoo, whatever. Same thing to me. Is the penguin up here? Maybe? It's kind of difficult to get into this area. Well, that's cool and all, that's not what I was shooting for. Where is he? So he's closer to the front. He's probably at the front door, I would guess. Let's see. So we're thinking that that silver explosive right there may very well be circumnavigated by simply having the penguin. So if we can just find him. Well, let's start with these. Here's the lion. The lion wants me to go this way. Run amok with the lion, alright. Ride that lion like you never ridden before. That's what X does. B does nothing. So once we got that times 10, you can see we're up to 200 million right now. Okay, that kind of worked. That means there's almost certainly another one somewhere over. Do we have to destroy all these? What's ironic is riding the lion is about the best controlling car vehicle in the game. Let's hop off. Try this one now. What's gonna be in here? There totally was a zoo section in the first game, giraffes. Lego giraffes seem to have back problems. We're not doing anything super interesting with these animals. We're just riding them, following a path, getting some studs while we're doing it. And then we get a gold brick. If you've done it with the lion, the giraffe is not anyway as interesting. I suppose it is fair to say if you were trying to do this without the gold brick detector, you wouldn't know what you were doing, and it would be pointing you in any direction. But also, if you don't have the gold brick detector, you're gonna just run around and waste a bunch of time. I would genuinely feel sorry for anybody of any age, kids or adults, who played this game without knowing or understanding the way Lego games work. That you're supposed to find the detectors of everything, the red brick detector immediately, and your really best way to do it is to cheat. There's a gorilla. And just look up where it is. And from at least that point, you could play the game and not waste a ton of your time. But it's usually more efficient to get the mini kit detector, the red brick detector, the gold brick detector, the character token detector if there is one, and the citizen in peril detector if there is one. They all kind of need to be done. All the other things you can just leave up to later. So there is one here, which means there is some kind of animal you're supposed to ride that's going to end up with you being there. I still haven't found the penguin. We've seen the other penguins. Is he in here? Like, look at the map. It says he is right there. So where is he? There's a polar bear. Going a little long as we ride all these animals. We're gonna have to find a way out of this. There we go, that works. A little bit of an issue there, trying to figure out the right way out. 400 million at this point. So, unlike previous Lego games, there's no real hub area to buy things, I've noticed. So I couldn't go buy half suits or anything in the Batcave, which then little bug there. Come on, penguin, are you gotta be over here somewhere, right? Come on, penguin. So that was the polar bear section. And these are the penguins. And if I change it to Batman, what can I do with the penguins? I guess I have to hit them. It didn't feel like you could hit them before. I need a flash. How many of these do I have to take out? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. break the trash cans. And that just brings out more penguins. And you'd think the penguin was here. I mean, we even see... You see like every indication that the penguin should be somewhere around here, and he isn't. Is he on top of this globe and I was in the bottom half of it? There he is, finally. We'll unlock him and then that will be the end of this episode. It's gone long. I guess we just need to unlock all the characters. Maybe you can't unlock henchmen too until you unlock their boss. That could be the issue. There we go, the penguin. He seemed like he had a heart of damage even before we started playing.
Pardon me, sir.
Can glide anytime. So yes, the penguin now cheats us into any shiny silver thing. That is great news. So when we look here at the map, as we start to get more of these gold things, I don't think there's really anything that would stop us now. But it might be a decent thought to continuously try to get all the vehicles, get all the other characters, just try and complete as much as possible. There's a gold brick there. Probably just don't want to wander around too much and not accomplish things. Remember over here though, we've got a significant amount of these are done, which is great news. And we are at 49.6% done, about halfway done with all the collectibles. But remember, we still have to run through all the main level things, which shouldn't be a problem at all. We should probably have everything in the overworld unlocked and purchased, and then we'll go back and do the main levels things, and then it will probably get us up to 4 billion or whatever the max level is. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.